This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, and I am joined by the one and only Chad Jackett of Liberty Farms, and we are here at Grassroots Medicinal. And Chad, I wanted to get your thoughts in the with legalization on the table, legalization as we call it. I want to get some of your thoughts on these recent articles that are just out. This one from Global News says, weed could be a valuable weapon in the fight against Canada's opioid epidemic. And then all of a sudden, after that article, I noticed a string of articles, such as some of these. This one here from CTV News. City of Calgary staff recommends bylaw to ban public consumption of cannabis. Or this one from the Globe and Mail. Toronto Dominion Bank has taken unusual steps to discourage some clients from investing in the marijuana sector. Or this one in particular. Health Canada proposes strict limits on marijuana packaging and production. What do you think? Is there some sort of correlation between that first article we looked at and these ones?
Yeah, I mean, it very well could have some correlation. They don't really want people to run from, Big Pharma's grip, right? So the pharmaceutical industry, as you know, has a lot of people hooked on opioids and many other drugs as well. And they don't want to see the exit, that's the exit drug, coming into play where it's not a drug, the exit herb. Where, like we've always said, that there's a gateway, but the gate can go both ways. And sometimes you need to open the gate to run away from the trap that you're in, right?
It almost seems like they're trying to get their ducks in a line before legalization comes down the road to make sure people don't get the real benefits from the plant.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on. I've said that for quite some years, is that they're trying to just get a hold of, the movement of legalization, put their face on it, and then hand everybody a bunch of poisoned or, genetically modified to the point that there's really no medicine there. They're talking about, limits on THC caps and all this. I mean, you eventually get something that isn't worth taking because it's not strong enough to help you.
Now, if they're fearing this, what other things do you think they might be in fear of that cannabis can do for people besides curing opioid addictions? I mean, Big Pharma is probably shaking in their boots. What other things are they on the lookout for?
Well, I mean, it is helping in the cure for cancer. Some people are having great results with using cannabis on very heavy doses to cure cancer. There's people that are having benefits that have epilepsy and are suffering from seizures, arthritis, people that are in chronic pain like myself. It helps me tremendously and gets me away from having to use something like Big Pharma and opioids, which could potentially kill me. And also there's the economic factor that they don't want to see, be in the hands of the people. So it's not just, a lot of it is the plant as well and the benefits of it, but it's also the fact that the average person making money is something that is a danger to the bankers and the people that would like to keep everybody in their classes and in their position and not allow them to rise up.
And it seems to me they don't necessarily want them coming into a privately owned facility. They want to try to, steer this into a direction of being at the liquor stores or some Shoppers Drug Mart stores or something like that. What do you think the importance is of a user, especially a medicinal user, being able to come into a facility like this to get their medicine?
I think it's huge. It's amazing to have that personal touch to it and have somebody that actually knows about the medicine and cares about the person that's at the other side of the desk or the table. So that's huge. Also, the economic benefits that something like this does, the educational benefits. The education is a huge thing. Their methods, they're trying to basically turn it into a party drug in the eyes of the masses, I think, and trying to say that, let's mix it with alcohol, or let's have it in this category or that category, so that they can tax it and that they can, benefit off that, and also create more laws around it through fear of, oh, there's this new party drug out there that everybody's going to be on. You better test them at the side of the road for their DNA and all kinds of stuff that's extremely intrusive. So I think that's, what they're trying to do. And it's if people educated themselves on this plant and the benefits of it, and the fact that it's not a party drug, it is something that many people are healing themselves with and staying off all kinds of terrible ailments, then I think people will start looking at this in a completely different light. And that's what we really need, is the average person that has swallowed down so much propaganda over the years about this herb, that they're really not any benefit to us, bringing this to the forefront and allowing people to really have it readily available and use it the way they should be able to use it.
Well, I think we're still suffering from the reefer madness era when it comes to propagandizing people. That still has effect on the minds, especially the older generation. And now we have people thinking it's all about, Hell's Angels, as opposed to, actually family men like yourself. So what are some of the ways we can counter this propaganda and get people to realize that this is actually for the benefit of you, this is for the benefit of society, and there's good people involved in this movement?
Well, I mean, under a free market that really everybody could be involved in, or any average person that, has enough know-how and is willing to get up and work every single day, because that's what you're going to have to do. If that's what we had, then somebody like what they call the Hells Angels, or organized crime, or whatever they want to, paint somebody with, these people, if that's not who you want to buy from, then you have options, all kinds of options to buy from. So if you don't want to support the Hells Angels under a free market, you don't have to. There's many people that you can then go to and buy your cannabis from, and you don't have to walk into some, place that otherwise you don't want to walk into.
Well, not only that, who may be radiating their cannabis, who may be removing the medicinal benefits, and might even be getting GMO seed.
Well, I think you get that definitely from the licensed producers. So, and especially if they're not right now, you will eventually. And I mean, you are right now already getting, stuff that, Organigram has been in the news multiple times for using illegal pesticides that's been on the cannabis that has been tainted and harming patients. So.
All right, so moving forward, we know that legalization is around the corner. There's going to be some major changes coming to the system here in Canada. So for the people who are leery of what the government's going to be doing and want to, be dealing with the right people moving forward, where should they be going? Give us some of the links and tell us a little bit about the Cannabis of Canada Growers Association that you've been working with.
Yeah, so it's the Cannabis Growers of Canada. So the CGC, or you can check us out at cannagrowers.ca. And yeah, we're a small organization of growers, dispensary owners, bong shop owners, anybody that really just wants to be involved and wants to help out the industry can be involved. And yeah, we're trying to fight for a more inclusive and free market, and that's what we'd like to see. And there's now this new craft market that is starting to sort of have a bit of an opening with the micro producers, and so in that, I mean, that in itself, just with the small producers that are under the micro, they're going to need a trade association, which is what we are, and also a lobbying organization. So we could probably use a lot of those people's help as well to try to get their position into a spot where they want to be. I don't think that the government is proposing very good rules around that, and there's a lot of things that are unclear right now. But I can guarantee you it's not going to be what everybody wants. So there's going to be a lot of work ahead of us. So yeah.
Well, that's why I think it's incredibly important what you guys are doing to bring this into the proper position that it needs to be. Maintain a free, fair, and open market. let the government know we're not going to just fall by what they want, and stick a thorn in the side of Big Pharma, right?
Yeah, the whole LCBO or Liquor Control Board thing really gets in the way of the relationships that have been built over the years. I personally don't want to see that model come into play. I know that they're already forcing it down everybody's throat. That's what they say that is gonna happen. But you never know. You know, if enough people stand up, we can make change. And let's hope that everybody does stand up, and let's not allow this thing to go to the Liquor Control Board. You're not going to like what you see. You know, you're not going to like the choices you have, and you know, and the cash flow is really just going to be now flowing to the government and their cronies again, which I don't think any Canadian wants to see more of that. I think we're tired of seeing that. So.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. It's time to no longer just sit idly by and watch these things progress out of our control. Get involved today. The links are located in the description below. Chad Jackett, thanks again for talking to us.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Peace, everybody.